Hi. Hello, it's Storm, and welcome back to my channel. Um, oh boy. Okay, so weight loss update, weight loss journey update, background information, stuff. First, ignore the stuff behind me. I'm still working on getting my shed organized and tidy. Still chaotic, but I now have that thing that I put together all by myself, so I'm proud of that. Um, so yeah, I am so awkward. Anyway, first off, apologies if you hear a lot of background noise. I am, like I said, in my shed room and I have my windows open currently. So you will probably be hearing traffic off and on. Um, yeah. I also have my dog up on my desk. She's currently sunbathing on a squishmallow. I'll just show you her real quick. There she is. Um, she decided that being on the gigantic squishmallow over on mommy's bed was not good enough because mommy was not in bed. She needed to be directly within petting reach of mommy. So that's a thing. um, so I am Storm. I turned 27 this April, and at the beginning of this year, I was weighing 308 pounds, I think it was. Back in like October or September, October, somewhere in that time frame, I was weighing like 318, 320. So between like September and December, I lost a little bit of weight all on just my own. Not a lot, but a little bit. And come January, I was weighing about 308 pounds. We are now in April, almost May, and I am now weighing between 286 and 289, give or take the day. I'm fluctuating. So yeah, I've lost approximately 18 to 20 pounds roughly in approximately 4 months, which to me is mind-blowing because I have several mental disorders and I normally give up and just quit trying and gain all the way back plus extra. Oh, and my dog almost knocked something off my desk. Dang it, baby. Sorry. I do live with my aunt though, who is a nurse, and she is also on a weight loss journey because she was not happy with her weight. I will not disclose how much she weighs now or did weigh, just because I do not have permission. But she was not that much overweight, but she did feel that she needed to lose some, and she's really kicked butt. With her help and support, I have been able to keep going. There's been several days and weeks and even going into months now where I have struggled with my weight loss journey in terms of I've had downward spirals, where I gave up for a short time. But unlike in the past, when I gave up this time, I basically was just down on my knees and I managed to pick myself up, brush myself off, and start again, try again. Not really start, but more like just try again. Um, and it's tough. It's a learning curve, that's for sure. But I'm doing my best, and sometimes it feels like my best isn't good enough. And then I have really supportive family and friends who remind me that sometimes just being able to get out of bed is all you need to do. And that's really important because sometimes being my own worst critic, learning that sometimes just getting out of bed and letting my dog out and getting something to drink and eat is more than enough for that day or that week. I started a weight loss program where I live. It is called Empower. Some of you may or may not have heard of it, depending on where you're from. I don't know where all it's at. I live in Idaho, and I started a program called Empower. And originally I was going to opt for a surgical option, and I had to lose 11 pounds in 6 months to qualify. And I also had to cut out all carbonated beverages. And I do have a history with some binge eating tendencies, not as severe as people with like full blown binge eating disorders, but I do have binging tendencies related to several mental disorders. And that makes it hard. And that's going to be devastating if you're going to go on a surgical option. So I have opted to not go through with the surgical, but continue with the non-surgical aspect of the program. I do need to see a doctor about possibly being, well, not possibly, but being put on some form of insulin, because in the past I've been told that I am pre-diabetic, and recently I am told that I have apparently a high insulin resistancy or something like that. I didn't quite understand that, but my aunt is a nurse and she understood it plenty. So I need to be put on insulin, which I'm not worried about that. That really doesn't bother me. My grandmother, who passed away when I was 8 years old, she was a full-blown diabetic, and she had to give herself shots. And being the young child that I was fascinated and always wanted to help. So there were many times that my grandma let me give her shots. She showed me what to do and told me how to do it. And so there was many days where I gave my grandma her insulin shots. So I'm not worried about that. I will say that the biggest struggle is getting control over my binging tendencies related to a coping mechanism formed from a trauma response type thing. I am trying to find a psychiatrist that can help me with all my disorders, as well as a counselor or therapist. I don't really know the difference between the two, or if there really is one other than title, but I am trying to find an actual psychiatrist, because right now I'm being seen by a physician's assistant who works under a psychiatrist, and we've discussed it and both agreed that I would benefit more from an actual psychiatrist, especially in reference to my dissociation issue. But my disorders are making it really hard for me to keep with this diet. So currently what I am doing is, what am I doing? I am limiting my carb intake. So I was told at the beginning, no more than 90 net carbs per day, high protein, low carb. So basically a keto diet without being on a full-blown keto diet. And it's been a struggle. The first month I really kicked butt. I lost 17 pounds in 1 month, and that was the very first month. And I noticed that I lose weight really easily at the very beginning, and then I very quickly hit like a plateau. And that's been my track record. And it's one of the reasons why I've given up so easily in the past. Because I struggle with depression and anxiety and several other things. And so I get that awful mindset of, oh, well, we're not losing anymore. What's the point? Why are we even wasting our time? Why are we bothering? And that's not a good attitude to have. It really isn't. So I've been working on that. It's been a constant struggle. It's been hard, but I am making progress little by little. I want to get into the hundreds. I'm not shooting for like an unrealistic goal. I'm not going like I want to be 100 even, or I want to be like 110 or anything like that, but I do want to get down into the hundreds. Because right now I'm in the higher 200s, and I have not been below 250 or 260 pounds since like my 12th grade, or my 12th year in high school. So that was 2012. So I haven't been below 260 or 250, one of the two, since 2012. So right now My goal is hopefully by the end of 2021, I can at least be 250. Just because I have a lot of struggles. I am struggling really hard with the high protein, low carb because I struggle to eat healthy. I struggle to have self control. I tend to either not eat or I tend to overeat. I struggle with identifying the difference between hunger and emotional eating based on boredom or anger or excitement or whatever, which is all a work in progress. So that's where I'm at. I'm currently 286 ish as of a few days ago, 287, 286, something like that. And I'm hoping that by January of 2022, I can at least be 250 even, and maintaining that, if not losing more. But I want to try to get to 250 and hold steady or lose. I don't want to be fluctuating up and down. I want to try to keep it at 250 or below by the beginning of next year. We'll see how it goes.